When it comes to indie games, some of the most inventive and surprising experiences fly under the radar. Today, we're uncovering a collection of hidden gems that deserve your attention. Games that push storytelling, art, and gameplay in bold new directions. From eerie co-op adventures to fast-paced action and breathtakingly crafted worlds, these titles prove that creativity doesn't need a blockbuster budget. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just looking for something fresh, these indie treasures are ready to surprise you. Meet Possessors, a fast-paced action side-scroller that blends tight combat, platforming, and exploration. First, you'll play as Luca, the host, alongside Rem, her reluctant partner, navigating a quarantined city torn apart by an interdimensional catastrophe. As you explore, from collapsed skyscrapers to eerie abandoned aquariums, this interconnected world teems with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Then, the twist. Combat inspired by platform fighters, with aerial combos, grounded strikes, and deadly bosses demanding precision. Finally, the narrative weaves through multiple paths and emotional stakes as you strive to survive and coexist in a beautifully haunting sci-fi disaster. Step into Out of Words, a cooperative adventure that thrives on teamwork. Here, you guide Kurt and Carla through the imaginative world of Vocabulantis, where language shapes the very environment around you. Along the way, you'll encounter surreal clay-crafted cities, intricate puzzles, and daring platforming challenges that demand precision and trust. Moreover, the game supports both local couch play and online co-op, ensuring every duo can join in. Ultimately, Out of Words is about connection, communication, and discovering meaning together. Next, we have Mixtape, a narrative adventure that captures the fleeting magic of youth. As three friends prepare for their final night together, every mixtape track sparks a vivid memory. Suddenly, you're skateboarding through neon streets. Next, you're sneaking into a forgotten theme park. Later, you're setting off fireworks beneath endless stars. Each scene shifts like a song change, blending playful moments with bittersweet reflections. Above all, the evocative soundtrack ties it all together, turning Mixtape into a heartfelt ode to growing up. Enter La Divina Commedia, a dark fantasy action RPG reimagining Dante's epic journey in a bold hack-and-slash world. First, you descend from the surface into chaotic realms where the promises of righteousness have frayed and humanity's faith has faltered. Next, you'll engage in brutal combat against demons in procedurally generated extraction dungeons, adapting your style with multiple weapon classes. Along the way, a narrative alignment system binds your choices to the 7 deadly sins, shaping both story and power. Ultimately, your path becomes one of redemption, horror, and poetic struggle. Descend into Well Dweller, a dark fairy tale where you embody Glimmer, a tiny bird armed with a matchstick. Deep underground, you must navigate a rotting kingdom to confront a wicked queen and rescue your family. Along the way, encounter charming yet haunted NPCs like Ilda the Fleeing Mouse, or Looter the Scavenger as you explore twisted castles and shadowed forests. Light your match to reveal hidden paths, combine trinkets to upgrade your skills, and face brutal bosses in your quest to burn away tyranny and restore hope. Imagine controlling Will, a boxer haunted by his past who suddenly discovers he can channel the powers of his ancestors. In Tenet of the Spark, you seamlessly shift between 3 timelines: gritty modern streets, Viking-era strongholds, and sprawling Aztec temples, to outsmart enemies and solve time-bending puzzles. Sometimes sheer strength prevails, other times speed and precision are essential. Each era introduces unique environments, combat styles, and mysteries. Ultimately, your quest becomes one of identity, legacy, and mastering ancestral gifts. Brace yourself for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, a vibrant side-scrolling beat-em-up where Marvel's mightiest heroes unite to fend off an intergalactic threat. You'll swap between 2 characters mid-fight using the Cosmic Swap system, chaining creative combos and executing special attacks. From the neon streets of New York to the twisted depths of the Negative Zone, each arena brings its own challenges. With 15 playable heroes from Spider-Man and Wolverine to Silver Surfer and Beta Ray Bill, this is a dynamic tribute to Marvel's cosmic legacy. Next, we have Acts of Blood, a brutal beat-em-up set in the corrupt streets of Bandung. You play Hendra, a college law student whose life shatters when his family is taken from him, and the system lets the killers walk free. So with no justice left to trust, he picks up the fight himself. Expect raw, visceral combat as you tear through enemies using melee and firearms, mix parkour escapes, and smash through destructible environments. Above all, this game is about revenge, grit, and fighting for what they stole. Wander into Long Gone, a haunting narrative adventure where every relic whispers of a life past. You play a lone survivor stranded in a decaying suburban neighborhood, exploring overgrown streets and peeling facades to uncover what went wrong. As you slip into abandoned homes, you'll sift through forgotten belongings, drawers, cabinets, photos, to piece together stories left behind. Along the way, puzzles take center stage instead of combat, and even zombies become environmental challenges. Ultimately, Long Gone is about memory, loss, and the secrets buried beneath rust and ruin. Welcome to Super Meat Boy 3D, where classic precision platforming gets a bold new dimension. First, our fearless cube of flesh, Meat Boy, leaps back into action, but this time in full 3D. As you dash, wall run, and mid-air dash across razor-sharp obstacles, every death is instant, but rebirth is just as quick. Then, you'll traverse both familiar and reinvented levels filled with hidden paths, brutal bosses, and dark world challenges. Finally, this evolution promises nostalgia and reinvention in equal measure, a fresh yet unmistakably Meat Boy experience. Step into Recur where you're no ordinary postman. Today, the world ends, and somehow you gain the power to bend time itself. At first, you'll run and jump through collapsing landscapes, rewinding or fast-forwarding events to outsmart danger. Then, puzzles appear. You must manipulate timelines to change outcomes, restore paths, and reveal hidden secrets. Meanwhile, the narrative slowly unravels the mystery. How did you get these powers, and can you reverse this apocalypse? Eventually, Recur becomes a journey of causality, consequence, and redemption.
But, strangely enough, you see, the rules somehow changed. No more rushing or uncertainty. I mean, the future's still there.
In Dispatch, the spotlight shifts from superheroes on the battlefield to the chaos behind the headset. You are Robert Robertson, once the armored vigilante Mecha Man, now forced into the role of coordinator after losing your suit. Managing a team of reformed villains who aren't exactly team player material, you'll send them into crises, juggle their egos, and handle office politics gone wild. Every call you make changes the story, proving that sometimes the hardest battles aren't fought in the streets, but at the desk.
Is that your car?
I don't have a car.
That's gonna be a weird insurance claim.
Meanwhile, REANIMAL emerges as a terrifying new co-op horror from the creators of Little Nightmares. You play as a brother and sister, journeying through land and sea to rescue missing friends. Along the way, you'll face grotesque monsters shaped by fragments of childhood trauma, while the world itself twists with dread and mystery. At its core, this is survival built on trust, fully playable solo or in co-op, with a shared camera designed to maximize claustrophobia and tension. Meanwhile, Mouse P.I. for Hire invites you into a noir-tinged cartoon world where danger lurks under every alleyway. You become Jack Pepper, a war hero turned private investigator in the corrupt city of Mouseburg, chasing clues and uncovering dark conspiracies. With its stylized rubber hose hand-drawn visuals and a jazzy soundtrack, every shootout feels like a vintage cartoon come alive. You'll swap between explosive firearms, comical weapons, and platform traversal through underground sewers and smoky casinos. In Mouse, mystery, art, and chaos blend into a twisted detective fantasy. Finally, Replaced brings a stunning vision of retro-futurism to life, blending detailed 2.5D environments with gorgeous pixel art in a way that feels cinematic yet nostalgic. You play as Reach, an artificial intelligence trapped unwillingly inside a human body, navigating Phoenix City after a nuclear catastrophe. Along the way, you'll explore neon-soaked skylines, decayed streets, and oppressive facilities, all rendered with striking depth and atmosphere. Combat flows seamlessly with counters, dodges, and brutal finishers, while the story dives deep into identity, corruption, and survival in a world where people are treated as currency. And there you have it, a collection of hidden indie gems that deserve a spot on your radar. Each one offers something unique, whether it's heart-pounding action, eerie storytelling, or breathtaking art direction. Indie developers continue to push boundaries, proving that big ideas don't always need big studios. Which of these games are you most excited to play, and did we miss a title that should have made the list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more gaming discoveries.